broadcasting from deep within the StreamYard studios, from high atop the KPC Music Corporate Tower in the southwest desert town of Kanab, Utah. This is doloremvox, and now your host, Kelly Chambers.
The views, beliefs, and opinions of the guest, and some content, videos, commercials, etc., may not reflect those of doloremvox or its host Kelly P. Chambers, including its subsidiaries UROPAVISION, KPC Music, and KPCvideo. All rights reserved.
Good morning, afternoon, or evening. I'm Kelly Chambers, and this is the Voice of Pain podcast, or in Latin, it's known as doloremvox. Welcome to all my friends, family, and who knows, maybe an enemy.
The Heavy Metal Shop, peddling evil since 1987, Salt Lake City, Utah. Online at heavymetalshop.com or call 801-467-7071. That's metal. That's the Heavy Metal Shop.
Okay, again, this is Kelly Chambers, and this is doloremvox. Wow. It feels good to be back for about the last 6 weeks. I think I've only done maybe one or two shows within the last 6 or 7 weeks, and it is mainly because of health issues. My father, who I've talked about in past episodes, Richard Chambers. We live together. I'm here to try to help him. He's 90. He just had a pacemaker put in, maybe 2 months ago. And recently he's been having real issues, dizziness. He had a couple falls, and this is in the middle of the night, so I'm nowhere near him. And he went into the hospital and spent a few days there, and he went in last night. I had to call the ambulance, and they come to find out he's dehydrated, which is weird because I bring him tea and such, but our doctor did tell him drinking water would be much better. And I use here, let me get it here. I use this stuff here, meal. You flavor for your water, which is good. I like it. It's kind of sweet, but they have different types of flavors. It depends what you get. So He doesn't. He thinks it's too sweet, but um, we need to get him more on water now, obviously, because this is affecting his kidneys, and that's not good. You know, having a kidney failure, it could that it's just terrible. So yeah, within the last 6 weeks, give or take, um, it's been a lot of ups and downs, very stressful, very worrisome. And then me with my COPD is not getting any better, but I've got good news. I found a place called Carda Health, and what they do is they do in-home pulmonary rehab. So once I get and sign up with this group, they will send me a laptop of theirs and also electronic equipment to track my vitals. And like, what is it, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I see one of their doctors online, and we do exercises, this kind of stuff. But when I found this, I read reviews from other people that have gotten involved with this pulmonary rehab or in-home pulmonary rehab. And about 28 days, these people are saying they're out shopping, they're outside walking, driving, things that I haven't done in over a year. I moved here to be with my father, 2019, and I did all the shopping. I love shopping, and I did most of the cooking. I love cooking. I especially love cooking for my father. You know, it's an enjoyment to watch a family member enjoy what you cook. So I did that, and but slowly this COPD, grabbed me by the snarglies and has been dragging me down bad. I mean, it's hard for me with air, and I got air on tonight. Um, to walk to my kitchen, walk to my bathroom, go outside. I mean, there's no way I can drive now. I can't go shopping. I have one of those indigent electronic air. Well, I forget what they call it, Jace, but you can get out with it. Even having that, it's still hard. I could just be sitting up in my bed and run out of oxygen when I have oxygen going in. So this in-home pulmonary rehab is exciting because I'm not ready to go out like this. And I guess from what I've read, you can regain your life, and that's what I want to do. And so for the last 6 weeks, like I said, I think I did 2 shows. But what I've been doing is doing reruns. I can go back to the first season or the second season, and I've been taking those podcasts and editing them and experimenting. So if you are interested, go back and check maybe the 3rd season. The start of this season, my 3rd season, which started January, and you'll see what I've been doing. And also with my videos. I love creating videos. It doesn't matter what kind. It can be short videos, music videos, uh, commercials, like the commercials you just saw for. Oh, geez, see, I'm brain dead. It's been a while, so excuse me. I'm gonna mess up tonight because it's been a while since I've been out, and I'm kind of losing my voice. I did a lot of talking last night. I had the ambulance here. I had 5 guys in the living room, the EMT guys, and they're getting Dad ready, putting him on the stretcher, which I just but so he's in the hospital now, and I thought, okay, it's time for me to do a podcast, and not a rerun, but an actual live podcast. So here I am, and for the last, like I said, 6 weeks, give or take, I've been doing these reruns, edited reruns. I'm not just taking them from season 1 or 2 and just throwing them back out there. No way. I'm putting them in the editors that I have, and I'm experimenting. And like I said, if you go to the very beginning of this season, which started in January, and look at some of the edited reruns, you'll notice the difference. You'll notice what I've been doing, what I've added. It's been good. It's been a good experience. I needed it. At this point, I almost dropped the ball and just walked away from this whole thing, because it's been a year now, a year and a few months already, and I have 58 subscribers. 58. Now on Facebook, I started a group called the Best Baby Boomers Metaverse, and it's for baby boomers like myself. You don't have to be a baby boomer. Anybody's, welcome to join. But I have over 700 people in that group, and my personal Facebook account, I have over 400 people, and so they're out there. I would like to get all of those people to come over here to YouTube and subscribe, because I've been doing this for over a year. If you've taken a look at my channel and what I'm doing, I think you'll get the idea. I've been working. This is my passion. This is all I do. For those of you that know, I got my FCC radio operator's license back in 1982. I got it when I was doing radio up at Weber State College in Ogden, Utah. And from there, I went into Clear Channel. I even got into web, being a webmaster for different talk show hosts. I started out DJing, and that's that's how I take this podcasting. And my niche, I guess you call it, is music. That's what I do. I'm a recording artist, known as UROPATWIN, and you're going to hear a lot of my music on here. But you're going to hear a lot of other music out there, because there's a lot of stuff out there that I really love, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking bands, individuals like myself, independent artists, and playing their music, getting them to come on here, like I've done so far since I've been doing this. I've done record release podcasts, listeners podcast. It's been a lot of fun, but it started out, I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Am I going to go all talk, a little bit of music? No, I'm going to do music, because that's what I know. I started playing professionally as live as a drummer back when I was around 16. That's when I actually started, playing professionally, doing clubs. My mother introduced me to a guy named Dave May, and we ended up playing. And he played guitar, acoustic guitar, amplified, of course. And it was just him and me on the drums. We ended up playing clubs all over. We started out doing the Birdcage in Hayward, which used to be back in the day a jazz club, and had some heavyweight jazz artists that played there. But we did Fisherman's Wharf, Jack London Square, all the touristy spots. No original music at all. It was all cover tunes, and I love all types of music, everything. It doesn't matter what it is, hardcore, country. There's a place for all of it, and so all the songs that we did, I knew on the drums, and that's how I started out, and it was fun. It was great. I got paid. Didn't have any roadies or anything. It was just me and my little car, packed with my drum kit. But I'm getting off topic here. I didn't want to take this long, because I've been out of it for so long. I've got a lot of catch up to do. Tonight, I'm going to play. I've done a few videos, and let's see, music videos, I mean. I've got some new music from Nova Device. That's J.R. Turin. Tarina, sorry, JR Tarina. This guy's great. He's going to be on this show. He's going to be here for I'm going to interview him, talk to him. He's an author. He's got a book out. I've got it right here. The book is called The House in the Port. So he's just, I don't know him that well, but he's a fascinating guy. I love his music. If you've been following me and have been watching any of the podcasts, he did an album called Leviathan, and it's an album kind of based around Hellraisers, which is my favorite horror movie. So he's using samples. He loves sampling, which I do too. Putting samples in music, and I've the song that I did the video for was called "And Hell Is What He Wanted," and I'll be playing it again. And if you want to hear it, go to my playlist, and in my playlist I have doloremvox music videos. Go there and you can see that video, from the Leviathan album, and it's good. I like it. I had a lot of fun doing it, and that's what I'm doing. I'm taking these guys that are independent artists and musicians like myself, and putting together music videos for them. And what that does is gives me the opportunity to learn all kinds of different things, editing and stuff like that. And it's been great, and I've been getting much better. If you've been following it, I think you'll be able to tell. Anyway, I'm a little lost, so excuse me tonight. I'll get I'll get grounded here. But anyway, I wanted to just talk about that. My dad is not doing great. I'm worried about him. Like I said, he went into the hospital last night. He wanted to go, and our doctor told him, if you're feeling dizzy and feeling like you're going to pass out, come back, to the ER. So, we did. I did as best as I could with my condition to help him, and that's hard. But I'm there. I'll do whatever it takes. So he's there, and I thought this is a good opportunity for me to get back into this rather than walk away. Things have been so overwhelming. I just feel like walking away from it. But I've already put over a year into this, and I love radio to start with. I love broadcasting. It's been a big part of my life. And of course, I'm a recording artist, so that's a big part too. So like I say, all my shows start off with a 2-minute intro, and I've been playing a lot of music from YouTube's royalty-free library. There's a ton of music, and a lot of it is just awesome, great. And at first I thought, oh wow, I can do my own music, and I hardly play any of my music. But that's okay. There's artists like Paul Gilbert. He's been on the show a few times. He's the one that actually gave me the idea to do this. Came up with the name doloremvox. He was going to be a big part of this, and once it was set up and I was ready to launch the channel, he kind of backed away, said that it was something he really didn't want to get involved with, and he just wants to concentrate on his music. And that's what he does full time. We've already, I've got a lot of his videos in the queue, and you'll see one of his new ones tonight. It's called, what is it? Psilocybin Distort, and it's good. But for those of you that know him as Misery Corp, that's what he goes under, Misery Corporation. Go down into the what do you call it? Down there. Description. Go into the description, and you're going to find all the links to all the music that's being played tonight. So I don't want to take a bunch of time. I didn't want to take this long for starting out. But right now, let's jump into one of my new videos that I did. It's called Nina Dinero, and I didn't do the music. The music is by one of the YouTube royal-free musician artists. And if you want information on them, go into my description, but you go all the way down past my description. And below that, you'll see, you know, if I'm using someone else's music, that's where you'll find their links. And there's a lot of good stuff out there. I mean, a ton. And I've been, every show that I've done so far, the 2 minutes has been someone else. Like tonight, you heard, it's called BLAAM. That's the topic of this show, is BLAAM. And Gunnar, the guy's name is Gunnar Olson. And so, you know, there you go. That's why I'm here, to help the individual, the artist. And like I said, hopefully, I don't know, next week, there's Christopher Alvarado, Twilight Transmission. He also does music as Christopher Alvarado. And he is collaborating with a guy who I haven't met yet. His name's James Hoehl. And they just did an album released today, April 1st. And it's called The Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened. I love that name. The Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened. And the song you're going to hear tonight is The Lizzard Man. And I asked them if they would come on next week, next Wednesday's show, and we could do a record release and play, you know, a few of their songs from their new album. But you're going to hear one tonight. It's called The Lizzard Man. It's good. I enjoy it. The genre is noise. So for those of you ancient like me, you'll know what that means, noise. I actually played in a noise band back in the 80s. And it's not just, you know, just a bunch of crashing and banging. It's actually noise type, you know, with, oh God, how would I explain it? It's noise with a path, I guess. But we'll get to that song. That's actually going to be part of Got Headphones, which for those of you who've watched me know that I do a segment of every broadcast called Got Headphones, where I spotlight, you know, an artist or band or whatever. And tonight I'm going to spotlight Christopher Alvarado and James Howehl's new album that was released today, The Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened. And it's good. It's quite good. It might not be for everybody. My suggestion is, you know, when I play it, you know, at least give it a try. You know, they call it noise, but there is a path, and you'll hear that path, you know, within the music. You know, back in the 80s, there was bands like Minimal Man and Voice of L. I was in a band. It was in the, you know, the Bay Area called Dee Dee Downer and the Science Project. I was part of the Science Project, and I played guitar, and we were a noise band. So I had a lot of effects, did a lot of interesting guitar stuff, some traditional, a lot untraditional. So, wow, we haven't even started yet. So let's get into it. Right now, this is a brand new video that I did called Nina Dinero, and it looks like I'm having my mouse wasn't working. So here we'll go. I hope you guys like this one. I enjoyed putting this together, and again, this one's called Nina Dinero. The music is provided by one of YouTube's royalty-free individual musicians. Who knows? Could be a full orchestra. I don't know. But anyway, let's check it out. How about Right. And playing it, I remember that that was not a YouTube royalty-free musician. That was actually AI. One of the first ones I ever did. That you go in there and explain what you want, and that's the music that I wanted. So that I call it the AI All Stars. So you just watched my new video, Nina De Niro, music by the AI All Stars. So this next one I really like. It's from the new Nova Device album that is called Humankind, and it's done by J.R. Torina. This is one of his works. Same guy who did the Leviathan. Like I said, the Leviathan song is in my playlist under doloremvox music videos. If you want to go check it out, it's pretty cool. I like it. I like the video. I did the video. Of course, I like it. But anyway, moving along, we're going to watch. We're not going to watch. Actually, this is just music. You're going to see the cover. I didn't, do any video to it. It's your traditional, listen to a song on YouTube kind of thing. But so right now we're going to listen to a track from Humankind, and the track is called Program Z-01. So that's called Program Z-01 by Nova Device.
I hope you don't mind that I activated this program.
Proceed.
I hope you don't mind that I activated this program. I hope you don't mind that I activated this program. you don't mind that I activated this program. I hope you don't mind that I activated this program.
Got headphones? This is the portion of our broadcast where we spotlight a band or artist by playing one of their tracks, songs, or videos. So grab your headphones and possibly a beverage and sink into your beanbag chair. This is doloremvox. Got headphones?
And that is the new, released today, music from Christopher Alvarado and James Hoehl. And hopefully I'll have them both here next week to officially do a record release podcast. And if not, that's cool, and we can still do it, down the road. Some things work out and some don't. So if that doesn't happen, I've got other things in store to do in the future. I'm going to do some shows where I'll play like one of my EPs, which is 4 songs. I also have coming up, it's going to be Moon Dust and myself, UROPATWIN. Moon Dust is an individual recording artist like myself, and he is from Helsinki, Finland. So what I'm doing right now is putting together all the songs that we collaborated on, which I believe is 4. Could be 3, 4. 4 songs. A couple of them went viral. We had, thousands of listens, and, it was really good stuff. All, movie soundtrack stuff is kind of what it reminds me of, what we do together. But, beside that, I have ideas for other shows. Of course, David Velasquez, the techno poetry guy, I'm going to have him on. And I didn't talk about this yet, but David and I are going to do a 21st century techno poetry, where he already has a couple of my albums from my website. That's UROPATWIN.com. And what he's going to do is pick out songs of mine, and he's going to do his poetry like he did back in 92. That's when he did techno poetry with Ollie Wisdom, who's now passed on. He's a DJ. And we're going to do a 21st century techno poetry, and I'm really excited about that project. So that's something to look forward to. We just have been talking about it. It's in the works. David, he lives in Belgium, and he's putting all his equipment together so he can, do his poetry tracks. And what he'll do is he'll send me those raw tracks, and I will put them I use Reason exclusively these days. That's all I use. Great program. I'll talk about it on a show, share some of that with you guys. But yeah, that what you just heard was the Nova device program Z-01, and following that, got headphones spotlighting Christopher Alvarado and James Howehl's released today album, The Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened. And the links to get to their sites, if you want to download and buy it, and actually the Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened album is Name Your Own Price, which is awesome. So, you can name whatever you want, and you get the whole album. And that's considered noise. I enjoy it. It's kind of almost like meditation music, intensive meditation music. But, it's not for everybody. But anyway, with that, we're going to move on. Let's see. This one here I did. It's I call it Mexican Cola, or actually the bottle cap video. It has I did all the video. What it was I bought one of those Mexican Cokes. I don't know if you guys have had them. We can buy them in the stores here. It's actually, oh dang it, the bottle's too far away. It's actually, they come in a glass bottle, like the old school Cokes used to come in, and it's the old formula. It's got cane sugar. I love them, but I bought one, and I was sitting here one night. This is only couple weeks ago or something, and I, opened up popped the, the the lid, and I held it and I looked at it. It says Coca-Cola, and just from that, I did this video. And the music is YouTube music, of course, and it's by there's 2 songs that are I put together, and it's Track Tribe, followed by Anu Damini Beats. And if you're interested in any of this, like I said, go into the description and go down past my description. At the bottom, that's where you'll find all of the YouTube music that I use. Is down there. So, and there's a lot of good stuff, man. A lot of good stuff out there. So, anyway, we're going to watch that right now. It's called Mexican Cola, and it is, let's see. Yeah. Mexican Cola. I call it the bottle cap. The bottle cap video. Now, let me see if I can find it here. Or no, we'll do this and we'll go into this. So I'll be back with you when this is when it's all over.
Olet turvassa. Paljon liikennettä tänään. Kehä 1. Ajo. Paljon liikennettä tänään. Paljon liikennettä tänään.
Coming soon, the David Velasquez interview. Great talk and great music, and only here at doloremvox. Be notified. Subscribe today. This is Messages from the Metaverse, pilot episode, brought to you by doloremvox, broadcast stardate 0.000, and now a message from the Metaverse.
The metaverse is not a place. It has been repeatedly misidentified as a destination, a product, or a virtual environment. Those descriptions are incomplete. The metaverse is a convergence layer. It is where data, identity, memory, and intention overlap, where physical presence becomes optional and representation becomes persistent. Every interaction leaves a trace. Every trace contributes to a model. Every model refines prediction. You are already participating. Whenever you communicate through a network, whenever your attention is measured, whenever your preferences are inferred rather than stated, you are present in the metaverse. It does not replace reality. It records it. It reflects it. It responds to it. What you see there is not who you are. What remains there is. These messages originate from within that overlap, the space between human experience and system interpretation. This transmission is not an invitation. It is a notification.
Message, classification, orientation, 20 to 26. Episode, pilot.
Because of the macabre images and imagery in this music video, viewer discretion is advised.
And that is Misery Corp. Is my mic working? Okay. Worried that it wasn't working. Let's see. Oh, yeah, it's working. That is a new Misery Corp. And I didn't do those videos. Paul, the man behind Misery Corp, does all his own videos. Well, I shouldn't say that. I did a video for him, Suicide in a Small Town. If you want to watch it, go over to the playlist and check out doloremvox music videos. So it's in there. And a lot of videos, well, a few from tonight, you'll find there. So if, like Nova Device, UROPATWIN, that sort of thing. But anyway, I kind of knew tonight's broadcast would last about an hour because I'm playing catch up. It's been, I've been overwhelmed. Life can do that. It can overwhelm us at times. But it feels good to be back, sitting behind the controls again. I feel a little disconnected, but I'll work my way back into it. Like I said, I got to the point with everything going on, with my health and my father, I don't have the subscribers, that kind of stuff. I felt like, well, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? But I'll continue to do it. I do it full time. That's all I do. That's all I have. And especially right now, with my issues of just walking, I don't go anywhere. So I'm here, and I've been working on a lot of videos, a lot of content, and I'm getting better. I don't know if you caught the Nina De Niro video that we played earlier with the Kelly tree. I love that. And the guy standing there with God Satan t-shirt and my picture on it. That's J.R. Torrin. That's the Nova Device guy. And I can't wait to have him here. And he'll be here soon. We're going to schedule him to come on the podcast. And he's got a lot of music, more than what I played. If you go on bandcamp.com and type in Nova Device, you'll see there's a ton of music. And just like Paul, Misery Corporation, his links to YouTube videos and his website, which is great website, has all his music. And he does all his videos. And they're all dark, they're what you just saw. And I guess he caught some flack or something about some of his videos being so macabre. So I went ahead and put together those little, little warnings, It might not be for everybody. But I know when I end this tonight, there's a lot of things that I'm going to go, dang it, I wanted to talk about that. Dang it. So what I'll do is I'll take notes. So next week, I can touch on what I didn't include this week. I don't do that. I don't script out my shows. I have a list. I have a list here. Real paper. I actually do write. I don't just use the computer. But this is just a list of, what songs I want to do where. Because I knew tonight I was going to be playing quite a few songs. Like I said, I'm playing catch up. There's a lot of music out there, a lot that I haven't even played yet that I'm anxious to get to. You saw the little advertisement coming soon of Moon Dust and myself, UROPATWIN. That's going to be a great show. And now I'm working on that now, actually, putting together the songs and the videos. So that'll be coming up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe so you'll get notification. I do like scheduling, but because I've kind of, been overwhelmed and haven't been, doing these live podcasts, just doing reruns, my schedule has kind of fallen apart. So I'm putting that back together. But my father did call me this morning. He's in the hospital, went in last night. And he says they got him hooked up to a bunch of machines, and they've been testing his vitals, taking a lot of blood. They say that he's dehydrated and it's affecting his kidneys, and that can be major. So, and he's on antibiotics, and he takes a lot of medication. I have a lot of respect. He's old school, He, wants to do it on his own with little help, and but we're very close, and he does accept the help that I try to provide to him, when I can. I love the man, and please put him in your prayers. I wanted to interview him, and I'm going to interview him for this podcast. He's a fascinating person. He's had a fascinating life, and that's something I've been wanting to do, but because of the health issues and such, he hasn't felt up to doing it. But we're going to get there. I mean, the guy raced cars. He was in the Navy. He served on a destroyer, and it was the USS Black, and the numbers were 666. You had the picture here. I don't have it, but anymore. I got rid of it off the queue. So anyway, we're at an hour. So I'm going to end the show here. We're going to go out with one of my songs, UROPATWIN. It's a short 2-minute piece that I did called Lullaby. And I got the idea for this song by watching the movie The Piano. So those of you that have seen The Piano, you're going to tie right into this. The ending of that, when I first saw that movie, it came to the end, I went, oh, I got to put some music to this. And so I'm using sampling from the movie and put that to my music. It's called Lullaby. And that's gonna take us out. And with that, I'll see you guys next week. I'm not sure what show we're going to have. I'm hoping that we will have Christopher Alvarado and James Hoehl, and we'll be doing a official record release of their new album, The Telepathic Circuits Have Awakened. That's a great name, isn't it? I just love it. And I realized today when I was downloading the music that that album is under a label out of Sweden, I think. No, I'm wrong. It's somewhere like that. So it's but and Christopher, he's got Twilight Transmission, that stuff. He's signed up with all kinds of different labels and that kind of thing. So anyway, like I said, I know there's going to be stuff that I wanted to talk about, and I didn't reach it today. But I'll after the show, when I think of something that I wanted to talk about, I'll write it down, and we'll get to it next week. And if you have any questions or want to interact with me, please do so. You can comment down below, or you can send me an email. I'm very accessible. This is all I do. And if you're new at this like I am, I'm disabled, and so I live on a fixed income. I don't have money to, excuse me, hire one of these YouTube professionals to train me, because they charge a lot of money, these guys. I can't believe how much some of these guys charge an hour just to talk to them. It's like, my God, but if somebody out there is new like I was over a year ago, and you're starting out and you got a question and you can't get it answered, that's what it seems like. It's really hard to get help. Ask me, man. I did this on my own, everything. And so I learned the hard way. My very first episode, when I launched this, it's only, I think, 15 minutes or 10 minutes. It was a complete bust. I wasn't ready. And that episode is there. It's actually, you got to go to the playlist. I've got the podcast archives. It's all of the podcasts that I've done since I've launched this channel. And it's kind of funny to watch, to watch the very first episode, even the second ones. But, gradually they get better. And, there's certain guys that I do watch, the Nimmin brothers. They're on YouTube every Saturday morning at 7 o'clock. They live in Taiwan, I think, something like that. They're not here in the United States, but these guys are great. That's how I've got my training. Just, finding shows like that where these guys are there and they're giving out information. And these guys, they'll look at your channel and they'll critique it. And if you have a question, it's really good stuff. That's how I learned this. I didn't read it in books or anything like that. I just, and a lot of this comes from my own experience as far as being in radio. And that's why my shows end up, I kind of look at them like the old DJ days, talk and play a song. And so I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy doing it, because I do. And I hope it catches on, I do. But anyway, I'm going to let you all go. We're going to end the show here with a song. Like I said, I got the inspiration from the movie The Piano. I call the song Lullaby. And yeah, this has been fun. It feels good to be back. I feel a little disconnected, but I'll get back on. I'll get my sea legs back, as they say. So with that, thank you so much for being there. And if you got a friend, share it, or share my stuff, please. I need more subscribers. I've been doing this over a year. I thought I'd have a lot more, but like I said, there's so much to know about doing this. It's not as easy as I thought it was going to be, and I've been on YouTube since there's been a YouTube, but I'm not on a level like this. So anyway, with that, good night. I'll see you next Wednesday. Hopefully it'll be a record release. If not, it will be definitely something special, and it will be a lot shorter than an hour. That's for sure. If I don't do record release, most likely it'll just be a podcast where I'll play one of my EPs, 4 songs. And, I'll just play all 4 songs and talk a little bit about it and my inspiration, and that's it. And, I'll keep it short and sweet. Not all of the podcasts are going to be this long, but it's been an enjoyment doing this tonight. Even with the sore throat, that kind of stuff I got going on. But it feels good to be back. So good night, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please leave a comment. I'd love to hear what you think of what I'm doing, good, bad, or indifferent, or ugly, or however. So with that, I'll say good night and see you all next week.
At night, I think of my piano and its ocean grave. And sometimes of myself, floating above it. Down there, everything is so still and silent that it lulls me to sleep. It is a weird lullaby, and so it is. It is mine. There is a silence.
before I let you guys go, I did want to mention that, as you noticed, no glitching. South Central, they are my ISP, internet company, and they brought out a brand new router. And they even, once they installed the router, a few days went by, I got a call at like 8:30, and it was them, just to check on me, make sure, the equipment was running great. And tonight was exceptional. I've had no glitching. Very, very happy. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff I wanted to say that I've forgotten. So I wanted to end out gracefully with that song. So instead, we're going to end out gracefully with this song from a new band that I've been playing almost every podcast, and that is Mayhem 45 and Smoking the Bomb. Good night.